It's a beautiful shot. And of course, in the studio, it's Wellness Wednesday. We have to start our day with Mr. Kevin Rail.
Good morning.
Who didn't lecture me today about my food because I didn't have any bad food, right?
That's right. How can I lecture about something you don't even have?
I know. So, and of course, with Rob and Nicole. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Doing
how
great.
are you?
How are you doing?
Good. So how's the workouts?
Doing
Good.
well.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So what's your progress so far?
So far, made a lot of progress for myself, balance and core as well as endurance. Before I started, my endurance was very horrible.
Yes, and I can vouch for that as well.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing things, both of them actually have increased amazingly in a short amount of time, in less than 4 weeks actually. I mean, I was having him do things when we first started working out. 5 minutes into the workout, he was just dripping wet and huffing and puffing, and he couldn't go on. And I had to say, take a rest, take it easy. And he's now holding planks on his hands, on his forearms. He's holding 1 foot balances like nobody's business. Both of them are. The form is getting outstanding, and we're about at the like the 4 week mark is usually called the initiation stage when you really haven't done anything, and they're pretty much rounding out the corner right now as far as that goes. So I'm very impressed with both of their work ethics, and they're just like animals in there. They just like I'm throwing the book at them, and they're just like nothing's like out of the question for them, and I'm so impressed. It's amazing the progress they've made in 4 weeks. You know.
Well, you guys look great, and you look happy, which is always good. Do you find a lot of people, Kevin, that have a hard time with balance? Because I know I do. I mean, whenever I've been asked to do some sort of balance, I cannot do it. So is it just a matter of practice?
Yes,
and
absolutely. Everybody, I can't tell you the amount of times that someone's come up to me in the first session and I get them on a Bosu, I try to have them do a 1 foot balance, even something simple like.
Do you remember my first Bosu attempt?
Yeah, and you came in
all
with
over the place.
You came in with an I can't do it attitude, and I don't believe in I can't do it. There's only success exists in my vocabulary, and I'm like, yes, you can. And every single time I have people balancing by the end of the first session, and it's very cumulative. You know, in one session, in 1 hour long session, you can easily get to the point where you're balancing on 2 feet, even on 1 foot. Any way, shape, or form, even progressing onto a Bosu and everything like that. It's not as hard to make progress as everybody thinks.
Right.
The problem is people's minds are conceptuated to be in fear all the time. They're afraid of everything. I'm afraid of balance. I'm afraid to stand on 1 foot. I'm afraid to go outside. I'm afraid of my shadow. I'm afraid my mom's going to call me up and yell about something. Drop the fear, people. There's no such thing. Just be happy.
I like it.
Always think you can do it. See yourself in possession of it, and it'll come to you like that, like a snap of a finger.
You're motivating. That's why.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so let's do a little recap
honest.
of you guys. You guys started when, and when are you going to keep these workouts going until? Well, you're going to keep working out for forever, right? But
right.
Yes.
When did we start?
It was about 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was about 4 weeks
Approximately.
ago. And we are going to our wedding, which is August 7th of '09. And
so you've set a date?
Yes, we have our date.
It's a great day.
Do you have a place picked out, all that kind of stuff?
We have to wait until the end of the month before we know if we have the place for sure or not. But we have a backup plan just in case.
Good. Good.
And hopefully I'll be down to what I want to be at least 2 weeks out so I can get my dress fit.
So what is your goal of what you want to get to?
I want to get to 135, 130.
And what are you at? Can I ask what you were at when you started?
When I started, I was at 194.
So you're trying to, about 60 pounds, right? And Rob, what about you?
My goal is to get around 240, 250, and I started off around 300.
So both of you about 60 pounds or so.
Actually, Rob started at 305 because I remember we made a joke on my scale because it goes up to,
300.
Goes all the way around and then it goes to 0 and then it went to 5. And he's like, oh, I'm only 5 pounds. I don't know much of this at all. I'm like, dude.
Great.
That's lighter than I thought, yeah.
So what do your workouts usually consist of? Is it always cardio with strength training? Or?
You know, it changes every time. Kevin keeps it, you never know what you're going to get, but you're going to get a workout every time, which is great. So.
And how often are you guys meeting with Kevin?
3 times a week.
Yeah, 2 to 3 times a week. And then on the off days, I have them do things on their own and stuff like that. And she was humping boxes at her aunt's house yesterday, running up flights of stairs, which I love to hear. That was music to my ears.
Flights of stairs, those are rough.
Yes.
That's rough.
Very rough.
What about eating? I mean, do you guys have a set plan? Are you monitoring what you're eating?
Well,
is Kevin monitoring what you're eating?
He did the first week and a half, and he said that we were doing pretty well. We had to get a lot more fiber in our bodies. I'm the worst person in the world to drink water. I do not like water at all. But I'm starting to drink a lot more water, and we're just watching what we're eating and making sure that we're having our 6 little meals a day and keeping our metabolism going. So
I mean, because I know that people kind of, go in and out of the whole 6 meals a day. Is that the best way to do it, those 6 small meals?
I feel it is. I honestly do. I mean, there's research against it. There's research for it, but I believe in testing your own body. And I'm an experimentalist, and I've experimented with every type of way of eating, every type of nutrition, every type of way to drink water, not drink water, whatever, in my life. And I feel that the grazing, is called grazing actually, or small frequent meals a day, is the best way to go, and it's the best approach. Because every time your body gets fed, if you have a small meal that's nutritionally balanced between protein and carbs and a good amount of fiber and the whole 9 yards, your body uses that food for energy, and there's no excess food to be stored as fat anywhere. So what happens is your body burns calories to digest that food, you have a good amount of energy, and you don't have an overage of food that's going to be stored as fat. And if you eat every 2 hours, your metabolism is going to be constantly moving. So it trains your body to burn calories more efficiently, have more energy, you can have a good positive nitrogen balance, and then if you did nothing else but that and just maintained somewhat of an active lifestyle, you would lose weight. I would guarantee it. And it's just common sense. I don't care what journals or what science or what books or what doctors or professors tell you otherwise. I don't buy it. Yeah. I buy into common sense. That's
and
very simple.
Consistency in exercise and your eating
Exactly.
habits.
And it's easy. You know, people say, oh, it's so hard to eat that many meals. I can't do it. I can't. And then again, it's a defeatist attitude. And I feel you're either a defeatist or an elitist. Be an elitist. Don't be a defeatist.
Here's our motivation for the week, right? This is what motivates me, and then, you know, you just need to come in more often, so I'm always motivated, right?
I'd be happy to.
Well, Rob and Nicole, you guys look great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Rob, it's nice to have you in here, right? You usually don't get in here in the morning.
Normally, I'm at work right now, but I've arranged it where I can go later on in a couple Wednesdays. So.
All right. Bless you, Nicole.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if you are looking to get in shape, Kevin, why don't you give them your information if they want to get a hold of you?
You can reach me at 435-729-0797, or you can hit me on email at krail@wellcoaches.com.
Or they can just go to Silver Mountain.
Or you can go to Silver Mountain and say, hey, yo, Rail.
Can they say it like that? Hey, yo?
Yeah, totally fine.
Okay, that's how they'll get in contact.
Sounds good to me.
All right, well, you guys, we'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, make sure you stick around. We'll be back with the second hour just after this.